Your facial expressions, gestures, postures, and tone of voice are powerful communication tools. Here are some of examples of nonverbal communication. First, facial expressions. The human face is extremely expressive, able to convey countless emotions without saying a word. Second, gestures. Gestures are woven into the fabric of our daily lives. You may wave, point, beck on, or use your hands when arguing. And lastly, eye contact. Since the visual sense is dominant for most people, eye contact is an especially important type of nonverbal communication. And feedback. The feedback is the final step of the process that ensures the receiver has received the message and interpreted it correctly, as it was intended by the sender. It increases the effectiveness of the communication as it permits the sender to know the efficacy of the message. Here are some types of feedback. Number 1, informal feedback. Informal feedback can occur at any times and it is something that emerges spontaneously in the moment or during action. Second, formal feedback. Formal feedback is planned and systematically scheduled into the process. Third, formative feedback. The goal of formative assessment is to monitor student learning to provide ongoing feedback that can be used by instructors to improve their teaching and by students to improve their learning. And lastly, summative feedback. The goal of summative assessment is to evaluate student learning at the end of an instructional unit by comparing it against some standard or benchmark.
Body language. In this strategy, we need to know the different kinds of body language because body language is also important in communication. They say that body language can show more of your feelings than words. Sometimes you're telling what you feel, but it's contrast on what your body language is showing. If we communicate with others, we should put also body language in order to make others understand you properly. Listen properly. Communication is not just talking, it's also about listening. In communicating, you or we should know how to listen because no matter how good you are in communication, if you don't know how to listen, it is useless.
Take time to respond. Before responding in conversation, take some time to think properly about the speaker's opinion and then reply to him. It shows you are genuinely interested in him and understood them properly. Next, engage your listeners. Your audience must be active in listening to you, but if they are not, you can ask them questions or ask their opinions to grab their attention back. Usually, this trick is used in speeches where there are one speaker and a larger number of listeners. Lastly, briefly but to the point. We know tones of our particular topic, but it does not mean we speak everything at the time of the conversation. Keep it small and avoid keep going and going.
Here are some strategies to develop your communication skills. First is respect your audience. You should treat your audience with respect as a speaker. They're waiting for you to pay attention. You must respect them if you want people to listen to your thoughts. Remember the saying, Give respect, take respect. So, how do you show respect to your audience? To summarize, first and foremost, you must demonstrate your respect to your audience in order to gain their full attention. Assume they just want stuff that is respectful to others. Give yourself plenty of time. Actively include the participants. So, next is eye contact. So, when a speaker makes eye contact with his audience, it is more effective communication. It demonstrates the speaker's self-assurance as well as his personality. Listen to him correctly, and the recipient begins to trust him and shows interest in his comments. Maintaining eye contact increases your credibility and demonstrates that you care about your listeners.